Hi, Namaskar. Uh, in India, when people don't have much to do, they're going to put up videos like on Facebook, YouTube, so you can count me in that list now. Alright, starting up with my new post, or the first one. I don't know how do I call that. And I'll try to put these videos in English, Hindi, Gujarati, and then let's see where it goes. Basically, I'll be targeting all the headlines that we go through, the television debates that we see it on the televisions every day, and maybe analyze them with the past, current, or the statements or the media reports that we see, how they've been supported or how they've been manipulated or something like that. To start with. Recently, what we are going through the TV debates is the Vijay Mallya thing. In Hindi, we call that pagoda. Pagoda, if somebody doesn't understand what is happening on the news hours or maybe the TV debates, the word used, pagoda, that says that, is a guy who's run away, maybe some criminal activity, maybe some offense, and Mr. Malia is one of them. The question that Congress is, torturing the people like us on the television, because we have to hear them, and they don't let anybody else speak. So this is the alternate way on the social media where, people like us can put up our voice, and yeah, we also can, raise questions. The first question is, why doesn't they let speak somebody? They keep torturing. Jawab do, jawab do, jawab do, jawab do is like reply or answer or kind of things. So if they don't want the answers, why do they ask questions? And if they are looking for the answers, then they must be patiently listening to the answers provided by the ruling government. But the first thing that I would want to understand is who created the mess. As per reports, the court statements that I've recently gone through, I may not be 100% accurate on what I'm seeing now because we don't have that much, liberty to access those documents. But yeah, based on whatever provided on social medias or the portals, of the government parties, the conclusion is like this gentleman was provided a lot of money as loans. He had private meetings with the ex-government that was ruling, that is Congress. He had shared some emails. Obviously, these emails may be verified, with wherever they were sent or these letters. So we cannot call them completely fake. So once these records are provided, and then we have some news where Mr. Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, the head of Congress, he's traveling to London. He's been provided all the luxurious facilities by this runaway guy. He meets him. He discuss whatever he has to. We don't know what happened in the meeting, but yeah, at least if he's a runaway, okay, he'd taken money during their ruling period. Definitely, everybody has to think, why does he have to go and meet him first? Perhaps he met him. Mr. Malia, please come back to India, give us our money back. Good enough. But so far, nothing like this has come up. So we remain with these positives or the negative vibes. Okay, positive, yeah, he might have, called up this guy, please send your car, I'm coming to meet you, book my hotel, and this guy who's a runaway may have given him a car, uh, is paid for accommodation, but then what happened in the meeting? Nobody knows. There was a meeting like that that indicates that this guy uh, wrote to the Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh, that he was a defaulter. The banks are not giving him more money. The Prime Minister asked him to contact his secretary, and then later the secretary, We don't know how, but yeah, he helped him out get those big money, being a defaulter from the banks. Yeah, from the banks. So this guy got more money, and more money with the help of the Prime Minister Sonia Gandhi. And finally, when this guy disappeared, they started blaming the government. Why? Because they're shaken up with so many things. Congress has a history of corruption. They have history of mass murdering. They have history of so many things, uncleared accusations on them. Some of them are in the court. Some of them they are still fighting. Some of them they don't want to take the blame at all. So between all these things, if the Congress and the people, they are making these nasty statements on the televisions, accusing the government all the time. Okay, is I don't think is right. Why? Because if you want to question, you have to get the answers. If the person is not giving the answers, you keep shouting. But when you're getting the answer, because you're being exposed and you don't let the other people speak, that's not correct. Once the media people, even they help, the other side to speak, the Congress easily says, "Oh, you're so loud." If the courts favors anybody correct against them, they are sold out. If they lose the election, they are sold out. The EVM machines are faked, they are hacked. So these nonsense should be stopped. As a viewer, we must all go down towards these channels, give them our options of viewership. Why? Because we are not paying those guys to listen these debates in our private rooms. We are watching it with the family, sometimes with the kids, to educate them. And the language the Congress uses, the kind of words they exchange, that's completely pathetic. So I would request all the viewers, we must join in as citizens of India. Why? Because if you feel that if the current government is trying to do something good, we must support them. Why? Because they are not doing it for themselves, right? It is up to us to follow the traffic rules. What the government will do is give us rules. It is up to us to maintain the social dignity of our lives. What the government will do, they will give us a rule, right? So if you're having problems with the police, police is just one of us. If you're having problems with the doctor is one of us. If you're having problem with the educational system, the teachers are one of us, right? We have all the we have all the rules, from the world, which a country needs to run. But then it is up to people like you, me, and the others, to follow them. If we don't follow, and if we still want everything in our house, it's not going to be working, right? So first, if we want to make change in the society, in our lives, in our country, the first change should come within us. We must pay the taxes. We must follow the rules. We must follow the social dignities. We must demand the things that we know we deserve, not just because we are, 10 guys are shouting and you want to join in the gang. If you're free like me and you want to do those things, that is not correct. If you're free like me, put up a video channel, right? Talk to people, bring these questions out instead of, getting out on the streets, breaking down the buses, disturbing the lives of other people. This is one good way where you can bring the change. All right. I think 8 minutes is enough for the first time because I don't have too much of content to speak about. But definitely, I'm working on this, and let's see how far do I go. Good luck to myself.